Alright guys, here's a meal from Saturday. Bridget, my girlfriend, took me to lunch, and I did do a little bit of drinking on Friday night. So this was my first meal that day. This was at about 1 p.m. I think. Got the grilled sailor's platter, grilled pollock, scallops, or scallops, depending on how you want to pronounce it, grilled oysters, and grilled shrimp with a baked potato and some steamed broccoli. This was really tasty. Really enjoyed it. I added some cocktail sauce too. Decided to get a little physique update on Sunday. Just a little bit of mirror flexing. Hung out at the pool on Saturday. Obviously got a sick tan. Just kidding. I think my conditioning is still pretty much there. I'm sure I was a little bit dehydrated here still, so that probably contributed to that low weigh-in. Here's a meal I had later on. Egg white omelet with fat-free mozzarella and dill seasoning with lots of reduced sugar ketchup. And then that's some avocado on the side that's not sliced very prettily, I guess. And that's an extreme wellness wrap there. That was my breakfast Sunday. Later on, my mom took me to lunch. We went to this place called Laney's, kind of a home-style buffet. Lots of vegetables. I'm not going to try to name them all. A couple of popcorn shrimp, little piece of fried catfish, and a little bit of beef under there, like pot roast style. This plate, some more vegetables and some chicken and dressing, mostly chicken. Then this is my first meal from Monday. Just a couple of eggs, some fat-free mozzarella with chili seasoning, chili powder, and 3 just regular pieces of toast. I just sprayed those with butter spray and used the broiler on those so that they had a little bit of that real toast flavor. Pretty good way to start the day. Kept it pretty simple. And then on Monday I had 5 sets of 7 with 300 pounds, so pretty tough day. Just going straight back into this powerlifting slash little bit of bodybuilding. I'm not sure that most powerlifters would do sets of that many reps, but programs like Shiko and Smolov will have sets and reps like that. So kind of a combo. Definitely plenty of volume, and I did complete all of the sets, which was great. And actually, I think I show all of my accessories in this clip, which is different for me. You're going to see the first, third, and fifth set on squats. And then after that, I did deadlifts, and deadlifts are not going great at all right now. I'm going to have to reassess what I'm doing with them because the program's just not going to work, especially with all the squatting. By the time I get to deadlifts, my hamstrings and glutes are fried, so deadlifts just aren't working. My recovery is still not where it needs to be for that. So I'm probably going to stick to deadlifting once a week as opposed to twice as the program calls for. But we'll see. On this day I worked up to 385, was going to go for 3 doubles. 385 was like a max effort set for 1. So I dropped back down to 365, did 1 single, 1 double, and then 1 more single. That way I got 6 total reps today, 1 with 385, 5 with 365. Last week I got 6 total reps with 365, so I beat that total volume by 20 pounds. So that's all I did there. And you're still seeing squats on the screen. I just figured I'd go ahead and explain everything about my deadlift. And then I also did some chest supported rows. You'll see 1 set of those, and I didn't bother to list the weight or anything because it's kind of irrelevant for this video. That's mostly for metabolic stress and just some extra volume, but I will try to progress slowly on movements like that. So I had 4 sets of 12, or 4 sets of 10 to 12 on chest supported rows, and then I believe I did 4 sets of 8 on dumbbell curls. I'd have to look back. I did log it. But you'll see at least 1 set of every exercise. And yeah, I was happy with this day. And One of my clients is actually on the treadmill right there, and that clip at the very beginning of this video is me apologizing for grunting here. It's kind of loud. And I've said pretty much all I need to say about the training, so I'll just talk a little bit about my macros and everything. I added 10 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat this week, so my macros are currently 180 protein, 340 carbs, 55 to 60 fat, and I'm going to give myself a refeed this week. It was actually supposed to be yesterday. It's Tuesday now that I'm recording this. But last night I went to Airwalk, which is a big room full of trampolines. Probably not the safest place at all. I know it's not actually. There have been quite a few injuries there. But you just bounce around with your friends. That was somewhat fun. I'm not a huge fan of stuff like that, but it was for one of Bridget's friends' birthdays. So I went to that, and then we went to eat at P.F. Chang's afterwards. And by the time we got there, it was like 9:30. I had actually saved some room for P.F. Chang's and maybe some dessert when I got home. But we didn't eat till 9:30. I didn't get home till 10:30. Had to be back at work at 5 the next morning. So I decided to just eat at P.F. Chang's and then call it a day. And I had already stored the stuff I was eating there in my macros. I hit my regular day almost perfectly. I think I was like 10 over on carbs and 10 under on protein. So weight was down just a little this morning. My weigh-ins have been a little high, but I was up at 3 a.m. this morning. A.m. and morning in the same sentence. I was up at 3 a.m. today. So my weigh-in was going to be high after having that last meal finished around 10. So today is going to be the refeed. I took a really roundabout way of getting to that. I'm going to add 100 grams of carbs, so macros today are 180 protein, 440 carbs, 55 to 60 fat, and I don't even really have a fiber goal because I never have any problem getting plenty of fiber. So that's how things are going. Regular days, 180 protein, 340 carbs, 55 to 60 fat. Refeed days, same protein and fat, 440 carbs. And up next, you're just going to see my post-workout Quest bar and coffee. Always have my TMNT tumbler on hand. And if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.